Hello everyone, Deus Benedicite, God bless, welcome to the Up Paul Knight channel. My name is Paul Musa, I'm a prophet and preacher of the Lord Jesus Christ. I speak to Jesus a few times a year through my dreams. I'd like to give a shout out real quick to Endemic Music. I'm not sponsored or anything, but I'd like to give out a shout out to Endemic Music real quick. Wanted to say as a channel update, I'm going to be able to put music into my videos now because I have a subscription with Endemic Music. Endemic Music allows me to pick whatever songs I want on their platform, which is usually like non-mainstream music that's good for like background playing or anything going on with your videos, you know, that type of thing. So this is also kind of a short test. I have the music set to a low volume in the background to you know, literally on a Bluetooth speaker to to live music record this stuff, so that way I don't have to edit and put in music later. It's just way more convenient. It just makes recording in one take and uploading in one take so much easier. So without further ado, as a channel update, I'd like to let you know that we're going to be doing knife reviews now. Knife reviews because it's fall and winter's coming. House of the Dragon shout out. So the Civivi Elementum. The Civivi Elementum is an approximately 3-inch blade with a... Oh dang, what steel is this? D2. D2 steel. This is D2 steel on this. Well, it's got steel liners, proprietary type pivot section. Or no, it's not proprietary. There we go. Okay. So it's a... Hex? No, not hex. Axle. No. What is this called again? I can't get my crap together. It's been a long time since I really got into knife stuff, guys. Getting into knife stuff is not really my forte. I definitely prefer swords. I know way more about swords, but I do love knives. So we're going to be doing some reviews on this Civivi Elementum. Flips so nice. It is on phosphor bronze washers, as I believe all knives should be. I do buy bearing knives now and then, but I don't like it unless they're KBT bearings, and then I can properly, you know, take them out and put them back in. There's another track system that doesn't have the plastic holder for the ball bearings, and the balls just go everywhere, and I don't need that much stress. I got enough stress in my life. Okay, like I work at a industrial German printing press here in the States. It's the press is essentially 100 yards long from the roll tending area to the palletizer. It's a very large area. I manage just the palletizer section, so about 25 yards or so, you know, of the whole press area, like just for our press in the warehouse. So I deal with a lot of ink, grime, grease, dust. I get paper cuts all the time. It's I work night shift, so I'm literally up all night. So now Civivi Elementum, right? So Civivi Elementum, I'm sorry, I'm gonna jump all over the place. I have a problem. It's called tangential thought. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I have tangential thought. Sometimes the tangential thought works out really nice, and it lets me connect dots that other people never normally would. And other times the tangential thought just leads me on a tangent. So if that bothers you, I'm very sorry. But it's going to have to be a thing. I can't do things constructively without a piece of paper in front of me telling me what to do in what order. And right now I don't feel like getting out paper and pen or my other phone, so we're just going to go ahead and do this. So Civivi Elementum, we've got 2 standoffs, okay, and we've got the pivot, so total of 3 connectors between the 2 liners and the blade. Total of 3 connecting pieces. There is some nice milling going on the inside. I forgot to dust this. Oh man, forgive me, I forgot to dust my knife. But at least you can tell that I've carried it. And I did enjoy carrying it. It did a nice job of things. It's just the D2 steel I like D2 kind of better than S30V sometimes, because it's easier to sharpen and it kind of holds a better edge for certain things, like especially when I cut against metal surfaces a lot, like hardwood and metal surfaces a lot. So, you know, I put my knife edge under a lot of stress cutting up against metal and wood and whatnot, and cutting nylon straps and all that. So, I need a really strong steel for knives, and D2 just barely cuts it. But the main thing that killed me with this knife was this little sharpening choil here. I would have actually much preferred a super small divot of a sharpening choil right here. Okay. In other words, like, make this more abrupt. Like, where my fingernail is coming out straight, like, that should be a connecting point to the blade. Like, from this section to the top of my nail. That section should be metal. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'd go to cut something and it would get hung up right here. Kind of similar to a Spyderco smock. It would get hung up right here and I'd be like, this is a little stupid. I'm sorry. The Civivi Elementum, however, if you're doing other things and if you're doing certain types of cutting tasks, or if you just need a little knife to be able to take with you to a restaurant whenever they give you a crappy serrated knife that you need to, you know, try and cut your steak with, you pop this out, cut your steak, good day. Because I'm a man that believes your steak should be nice and clean cut. I don't even like serrated edges, especially for meat. It's just terrible, but I mean, it's just my opinion. It changes the texture and the outside of the chewing and the flavor of the meat and everything. But so let's do some size comparisons here. I don't have too many generic, you know, flagship type knives to compare sizes to. Not too many. I have two major ones that should be pretty relevant for a lot of you knife collectors and for a lot of aspiring knife collectors. So first up, we have the Benchmade Bug Out, which is like way above in price, but hey, whatever. It's got just a little bit more blade length on it. About the same amount of handle, but a little bit more blade length. And we have this here, Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Hey, look, blue, blue, blue. Insert I'm blue dabba dee dabba die. Can't insert that because of royalties and whatnot, but I don't know if there's any way I can get away with doing certain seconds worth of music that's copyrighted. I'm pretty sure I can't in general, like even a very short amount of copyrighted music, unless I edit the crap out of it, or just do it on a platform that's generally free, because it doesn't involve linking. YouTube involves linking, so whenever I upload products and whatnot, I can give you links to those things with special codings involved, so that way I get like a penny every time you guys click a link. So, oh yeah. Anyway, back to the size comparisons. Sorry, guys. It's just this is kind of a channel update / Civivi review. So, Benchmade Bug Out and Paramilitary 2 are about 3.5-inch blades, whereas the Civivi Elementum is right around 3 inches. I'm not going to get super specific with measurements with you guys and weights and whatnot. I'm just going to tell you how much I believe it feels and like how much it generally weighs, like compared to other knives. So first off, I want to say that all these knives are incredibly lightweight compared to the Civivi. In fact, the Paramilitary 2... Sorry, that was pretty loud how I said in fact. But anyway, the Paramilitary 2... in full aluminum with one small steel liner for the handle. Okay, this is a really light knife. Really light knife. And I definitely need to work on getting a better lighting source, but this will have to do for now. So I guess that's it for size comparisons. It's a relatively small / medium size knife. It's a little bit in between. It's not super small, but it's not super large either. It's definitely not as big as, say, a ZT-0562, which is far more large. And also way different in price. I tend to prefer higher price knives because I've come to appreciate the materials and craftsmanship that goes into the higher quality stuff, especially the American made stuff. However, I will say that I do like to find when good cheapy stuff comes out, and that's exactly what the Elementum is. The Elementum is an incredibly awesome budget knife. Having an EDC blade like this at the price of like 40, 50 bucks or whatever, 30, 40, 50 bucks around there, depending on which version of which Civivi you're getting. Could be a little bit more if you're getting something really nice like Damascus and carbon fiber. The marble carbon fiber button lock version in the 4-inch model or 3.5-inch model looks really nice. I've been thinking about getting that one just to give you my thoughts on it, on the button lock. But, oh yeah, I'm also a martial artist, right? So I guess I should talk about the defense capabilities of liner locks. Liner locks are horrible for self-defense. Sorry, Emerson. Liner locks are a really bad idea for self-defense. All it takes is enough force to pop that crapper out of the way. All it takes is just enough force to pop that out of the way. And then bye-bye fingers. That's a horrible idea. I mean, yes, you can keep that in mind. I mean, I've heard of people fighting with something as silly as a slip joint. And the reason you can fight with a slip joint is because you keep in mind that there's no lock and you constantly apply pressure towards the edge. And never towards the spine. Ever. Or else this happens. Although that's not how this actually happened. This paper cut, just real quick, this paper cut actually happened at work. In fact, it wasn't a paper cut. Now that I think about it, it was there's a knob that I have to turn on the machine where it stacks the magazines and whatnot and the comics. And a lot of guys do it too tight because they're tired of having to readjust them throughout a large printing job of like 1 million pieces. Like for example, we do Costco. I just did Costco last night, a couple million pieces. No, yeah. I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh boy. Getting on 13 minutes. I guess I should wrap this up. Civivi Elementum, we got a pocket clip. It's deep carry, very deep carry, and very well designed for deep carry. It allows, very large lips of denim jeans to be able to fit in between, this clip here. I do wish it was recessed. I wish that there was a cutout so that the clip was recessed into the handle, but they are trying to cut costs. So I understand the design there. It's all right. It's not the cleanest, but it definitely does the job. This is definitely a lot better than what you'd expect from companies like M-Tech or certain Reeve knives. Not Chris Reeve. Not Chris Reeve knives. I'm thinking of a different Reeve. Hold on. There's a lot of cheap knife brands, like for example like Z Hunter and other cheapy knives. M-Tech is the big one that I always dealt with because I would shop at like say Saturday's Market. But anywho, so that's the Civivi Elementum, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed this little review / channel update. I will say that this knife is fairly light, just not as light as the models that I use nowadays because this has full steel liners and there is some milling, and that's great, but the measurement could be a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Until next time, God bless. Deus benedicite. Deus amare. God's love. Have a good day. Shout out to Apostle P. The word is sharp.